We have a problem. People have a problem. We all have a problem. Isaiah says it like this: "But your iniquities have made a separation between you and your God, and your sins have hidden his face from you so he does not hear." Every one of us has a problem. We all sin. In Romans chapter 1, verse 16, "I'm not ashamed of the gospel, for it's the power of God for salvation to everyone who believes, to the Jew first, and also to the Greek." The gospel can solve that problem. 1 Corinthians 15, "I make known unto you, brethren, the gospel which I preached to you, which also you received, in which also you stand, by which also you are saved, if you hold fast the word which I preached to you, unless you believed in vain." In this room, we know the solution to our problem. It's the gospel. In this room, there's no doubt about how we fix our problem. We obey the gospel. We have obeyed the gospel. And so our problem has been taken away and taken care of. But that's not true outside of this room. Many people who have this problem outside of this room have no idea how to fix it. In Romans chapter 10, "Whoever will call on the name of the Lord will be saved. How then will they call on him who they have not believed? How will they believe in him who they have not heard? And how will they hear without a preacher? How will they preach unless they are sent? Just as it's written, how beautiful are the feet of those who bring good news of good things." In Anchorage, in this town, there are thousands and thousands of people who have this problem, and they have no idea how to fix it. In August, this congregation has the intention of trying to help to fix that problem. In August, as you can see right there, talking about the We Care Evangelism Seminar. Our goal, our plan, is to try and reach out into this community and to share the gospel with people, so that people around us will know the solution to their problem, like you and I know what the solution is. And they'll have an opportunity to fix their problem by hearing the gospel. But you know what that thing says right there to you and I? When you read that, what you ought to read, it says, we have work to do. As a congregation, if we really care, if we're really concerned about the problem our fellow people who live in this town, our fellow citizens of Anchorage, if we really care about their problem, then you and I are going to get ready to go to work. Those weeks right there are going to take an immense amount of work from this congregation. Don't know how much you've heard so far about some of the things that we need to provide. We already know that 50 people have decided to sacrifice of their time to come here to Anchorage this summer to help to share the gospel. We committed to the We Care people a couple of weeks ago, and in a couple of short weeks, 50 people have said, we will come to Anchorage to help to share the gospel, to knock on doors to share the gospel. Now, we have a job to do here when they come. One of our jobs, we're responsible to house those people. This congregation. That doesn't mean we're going to go put them up in a hotel. That means we're opening our homes to our brothers and sisters who want to share the gospel. 3 meals a day here at the building, so they can do that work. We ourselves need to be ready to go and help to support them and to learn some about how to do this. We have to provide transportation to these people that will be here. It is so easy. Any one of you could get up here right now, and I get to that. Maybe you women shouldn't get up here and say this, but most of you could get up here right now and preach to us a great lesson about sacrifice. I can preach you a great lesson about sacrifice. It's a lot harder to live sacrifice. I want you to think about this summer. Just think right now. June 6th through the 20th, Bulgaria. Those people are working hard to prepare to go to Bulgaria. They're going to work hard in Bulgaria. They're going to come back from Bulgaria on the 20th. What comes next? July. If you're from here, you know what July means. July means camp. Anybody tired when they get back from camp? Yeah. People are tired when they get back from camp. And what is August 2nd? We care. We, as a group, if we want to be successful, if we really care to solve that problem in this community, then you and I have to start right now telling ourselves, I am going to sacrifice something this year. And I'm going to be tired. I'm going to have to give up something. I don't know what it is. I'm going to have to give up something. Because we as a group have to work together for this to happen. We want to put that out before you now and for you to start thinking about it. As you start planning what you're doing this summer, we have to think about things. Say, I know, as a congregation, we're committed to this. And we have to also understand that on the 16th, those people go back south wherever they came from. And what do we have here in Anchorage? We have a group of new Christians. What do those new babies need? Care and feeding and tender love. So I just want to encourage you. I think it's good for us to know what's before us so we can prepare for it. And then we have to commit ourselves. We have to commit ourselves to sacrifice, to say, I am willing to do this. Remember what it says here in Romans chapter 10. Whoever will call on the name of the Lord will be saved. How then will they call on him who they have not believed? How will they believe in him who they have not heard? How will they hear without a preacher? How will they preach unless they are sent? We're going to solve that in August. As a congregation, we're going to solve that. We're going to reach out to this community and share the gospel. Let's all get ready to work. If you have a need this evening, maybe this is the night that you've decided that you want to put on Christ in baptism. This is a great time to do that. If you have some sort of need in your personal life that you need the prayers of the congregation, it's a great time to do that too. If you have any need, this would be a great time to come while we stand and while we sing.
In the land of fadeless day lies the city foursquare.